Hello, Gary Champion, psychic medium, once again with a story from the other side. Um, Yesterday, I was doing a film about making a ring, and I have this furnace that sits there, and it takes 30 minutes to heat up. And while the furnace heats up, I read a book of a paperback. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. It's pretty thick. And while reading, there's a part in the book where this little girl has lost her father. And there's a detective sitting and listening to her talk about her father. And she says that she took a spoon out of the kitchen and went out in the yard and dug a hole and stuck her finger and her hand down in it, and it was cold. And she says, "Is it going to be like that when we put my father in the ground? Is he going to be cold? Because he doesn't like to be cold. He always needs a blanket when he sleeps." Really sad, isn't it? And the detective says that he lost a daughter recently, and he goes to see her at the cemetery. And he says he feels that she's warm. That's the feeling he gets. So he tells her that when she goes to visit her daddy there, that she'll get the same feeling, that he's not cold, that he's not suffering in some way. And while this is going on, most interesting thing happened. And I wrote a book, To the Other Side and Back, in which I meditated and I actually flipped over and I saw things about my life and my family in this deep meditation. And I did it 4 or 5 times. I did it all week long, and I wrote the book based on what I saw on the other side. I wasn't actually there, but they were allowing me to view. I've done other videos on it. Anyway, I reflected back thinking, when I was there, I didn't feel hot or cold. I was just trying to, it's a book, it's fictional, but it could easily be real. This scenario is probably played out 1,000,000 times among people talking about when they go in the ground, do they feel cold? And I remember when I was on the other side, I didn't feel any hot or cold. I didn't feel anything. I was just, and I don't know why, but that's the way it played out. And as I read this scene, I sort of stopped and I'm thinking what I felt when I flipped over there and was writing the book. And I didn't feel any cold. And then someone said, "There is no cold in heaven." That's it. It's the end of the video. I can't do anything without the other side commenting on it. I can't eat a food. They can taste what I'm tasting. They sense what I sense. They see the movies I see. Some of them they hate, and they tell me they hate them. It's a terrible movie. Can we watch something else? They go with me to the store to buy hats and glasses and shirts, and they comment on everything. So this is just another comment from the other side on something that I suppose everybody wonders about. If you go in the ground, if they're going to bury you in the ground, and it's cold down there. Of course, anybody that's dug a hole in the ground, it's cooler down there. Do you feel it? And this is the detective's response to trying to make the girl feel better. And then my guy's commenting on that. And often, as I'm reading a book, they'll rewrite it for me. If I'm watching a movie, they'll give me a better ending, or they'll rewrite the ending, or the middle, or the beginning, or anything to make it better. Interesting stuff. So that's the end of the video. Thought you might want to know that. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.